is working now. All right, you guys, sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I was trying to get my ring light here set up so that my phone would stay and so that my phone's in the right position. So hopefully it is now. Is it reversed? I can't tell. Are the words the right way? I think they are. Yes. Okay, yeah, it's the right way. I always want to make sure that I flip it so that if I hold anything up in the videos and stuff, it's the right way. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. But I feel like one of the things I've been hearing a lot from multiple people, I'm not calling any individuals out because I've even felt like this too. And I'm going to be reading off of a Word doc because I have 10 pages of notes. Some of it is from a coaching call that I did with home office. Some of it is from multiple different podcasts that I've listened to over the week. So I've got a ton of notes. Some of it is even from a transcript of one of those podcasts. And so I'm just going to be kind of browsing through it. So if I'm not looking directly up at the screen, that's why, because I want to make sure that I'm reading all my notes and I'm not forgetting anything. One of the main podcasts that I really liked on this topic about selling during this pandemic was from Amy Porterfield. She has a podcast called Online Marketing Made Easy. And I'm actually going to pull up my podcast list because I know a lot of times you guys have asked for good podcasts. And that's all I do all day while I'm working is I just have podcasts going the whole 8 hours that I'm working. For those of you who are rather new to the team, in addition to Scentsy, I teach English online to kids in China, and then I also do invoicing for an oil and gas company. So a lot of work at home stuff. But yeah, she's one of my favorites. Her name's Amy Porterfield again. Her podcast is called Online Marketing Made Easy. There's another one by Melanie Mitro, who is in network marketing as well, and hers is called Women Inspiring Women. There's one called Inner Boss with Jen Casey. I listened to the Rachel Hollis one. Tony Robbins, GoPro with Eric Worre, or how do you say his last name? Worre. And I don't know why it's not. There we go. Oh, no, it's not showing me all the ones I'm subscribed to. I don't know why. But anyways, oh, here we go. Make Chic Happen. Straight Up with Trent Shelton, Style Your Mind, Angie Lee Show, Gold Digger, the Influencer Podcast, and then Your Virtual Upline by Bob Heelig. And Bob Heelig and Angie Lee, I'm also in a marketing school with Angie Lee that I do like a monthly fee, and she does live trainings every single week. And then I'm in a leadership academy with Bob Heilig. So you guys, I'm doing a ton of training. So that's why like I said, I have like 10 pages of notes because I'm doing all these different types of trainings and stuff. Really trying to work on my own business, but then also to make sure that I can help you guys the best that I can. So again, sorry if this is like a million thoughts all trying to put it into one, but it is what it is. And I was going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I guess I forgot to do. And I don't know how to do that when I'm on here because it's sideways. All right, so anyways, a lot of the things that I'm hearing right now, you guys, obviously, like, we know things are very, very different right now, and that the world is in a very different state, in a very different place than it usually is, and that, you know, people are losing their jobs, and people, you know, are staying at home more and things like that. There are a lot of different points that I have to say about this because I know a lot of people are saying, well, nobody wants to buy, nobody can buy, nobody has money, people are losing their jobs, it's not fair to sell, doing this, doing that. All of these are different thoughts and questions and comments and concerns that I've heard. We have to make decisions about our business that we don't know how things are going to turn out. We don't know how anything's going to turn out. Nobody can, you know, predict the future, at least that I know of. So no one knows what's going to happen after this pandemic, how it's going to affect anyone's business, not just Scentsy, but any business in general, any job that you might have, your spouse's job, your, you know, kids' jobs, anything. None of us know how any of that stuff will turn out. People have also been asking, you know, like, should I be giving free shipping, or should I be, you know, doing discount products, stuff like that with a party, all of those kinds of things. All I'm going to say about that is no, you should not be doing any free shipping. I never think you should do free shipping in your business, but even right now with the stuff that is going on, I don't think that you should do any sort of additional discounts for anyone, or any free shipping, or any type of special, I don't know, special sales, if you will, because first of all, that's not a sustainable business if you're giving away free shipping or discounts or any of that kind of stuff all the time. We're here to make money. We're not here to give stuff away. And if people are willing to pay for the product, they're going to pay for it. So just think about that too, that it's not going to be sustainable if you're constantly giving away stuff for free. And yeah, like all of this stuff, yes, just like some of you are saying right now, a lot of people are buying a lot more product because they're home all day. I mean, I've had people purchasing, you know, $150, $200 at one time because they're at home. Now, obviously, I know that some of my orders are not going to be the same as yours, but you guys, again, I've been doing this for 3.5 years, so don't compare your chapter 1 to my chapter 3 or whatever you want to call my chapter. Don't compare that stuff. I'm just saying that because people are purchasing a lot more, and I just want you to know that sales are up all of Scentsy wide. Scentsy wide, it's up like, I don't remember, 24% or something like that. A crazy amount sales are up. So it's not just for me, it's for a lot of people that sales have gone up a lot. So don't think that like, I'm just like, oh, I have the best customers in the world. Like everybody has good customers, okay? I do like my customers, but let's see. Okay, so there's 5 different main ways that I'm going to get into here in a minute on, you know, ways that you can find the courage or the oomph to kind of sell right now, even though times are really uncertain. The world needs us right now as small business owners. You guys, you are a business owner. You are essentially, think of it this way, like you're buying a franchise. You know, your $99 kit, that's a franchise that you're buying into with Scentsy, or, you know, maybe you purchased a $59 kit or whatever the case might be. Obviously, things are really uncertain. Things are scary right now. We know that, but we need to keep operating our businesses as normal. You didn't get it. Well, I can't say you didn't because not everyone did, but most people don't get in this for just a hobby. Most people get in this because they want to build a business. They want to build a full-time income. It's not just something to do on the side. Granted, I know some of us, that is what it is. So I'm not disregarding you guys or anything. I'm just saying most of us get into this to make money and to replace full-time incomes or whatever the case might be. No matter where you're at in this journey with Scentsy, you are here to build an online business. So just remember that even if you are here just for a hobby, you're still here to build a business, okay? The world needs us to continue to sell because the economy will never recover if we pause our businesses and stop selling and just wait and see what happens. So we have to just kind of find new ways to sell within our own marketplaces and different ways to kind of approach things during this time, because we don't know how long this could last. We don't know how long things are going to be different. So we can't just sit back and relax and just wait for things to change and just see what's going to happen. I will fully stand behind that, and I will fully support and back my own opinion on that too. So again, I have it noted here again. So I obviously thought it was really important not to give away free shipping or anything like that, because you know, even if you think that your customers really need it right now, oh my gosh, they need free shipping, or they're not going to order, or they need this, you know, people pay for what they truly want and what they need. So just remember that it's not sustainable to give stuff away. Don't do it. I recommend not doing it ever, but don't do it now either. Don't give away free stuff just because things are quote unquote hard. And also, I know a lot of you are saying, you know, like, well, people are losing their jobs. People don't have money. Nobody's spending money. So careful when you say those kinds of things, because those kinds of statements that everyone is losing their jobs, nobody has money, nobody is spending money, those are just totally sweeping statements that you're just assuming that every single person is the same. And it's not. Like, while that's true for some people, yes, there are some people, like I said, that are losing their jobs and they aren't spending money. But for you to think that nobody has money or that nobody is spending money, it's just not true. It's not true at all, because there are a ton of people who are still working and that things haven't changed for them and they are still spending money. So don't make that decision for your customer that they don't want to spend money or that they're not spending money. It's like I've touched on before, that people want normalcy right now. And if that is, you know, doing their regular spending habits and their regular buying and all of that, then so be it. Let them decide that. Don't decide that for them. Don't make that decision for them that they don't need anything. Well, they don't want to spend any money. You do not know that. Don't make that decision for your customer, okay? You know, obviously that way of thinking isn't serving anybody, and especially your customers. You're doing your customers and your hostesses and all of those people a disservice if you're just making that assumption for them and making that decision for them. If you think that way during this entire quarantine, like, think about the fact, have you spent money on anything during this quarantine? Have you spent money on something maybe that you wanted, something that you needed, something that you didn't need, something that you didn't want but you needed, all of those kinds of things? Some of you might be saying, no, you haven't spent a single dime, and that's cool. But again, a lot of people have still spent money during this quarantine on Amazon or online shopping or, you know, whatever the case might be. People just are looking for something to do also during this quarantine. So people are spending money. So if you say nobody is spending money, that statement is false. Okay, so change your mindset on that, because people are spending money. I promise you people are spending money. My sales are already over double what they were last month, and I have not done a single thing different. Okay. You know, there was a story in one of these podcasts that I listened to, and she said that she has a friend who has 5 kids and her kids are homeschooled. So sending your kids home, her kids didn't need to be sent home because they were already at home. And this woman's husband was a firefighter, so his job is exactly the same. His job hasn't changed. He might even be making more money right now if he's working overtime, so their income hasn't changed. Their lifestyle is almost identical to how it was before. You know, maybe some of the activities that those kids were in have changed, or, you know, they're not doing those activities right now, but their life hasn't been turned upside down, and they're not an exception. There's a lot of people that are like that. So I like that story that she shared, because, you know, there are a lot of people like that where their lives are pretty much exactly the same as they were. You know, and those people who have essential workers in their families, their lives haven't really changed a whole lot. So just don't generalize and use those statements that nobody is spending money and nobody wants to buy anything right now, because it's simply not true. There's a lot of people who are not as affected as others. So again, just be careful with that belief and that mindset that nobody wants to buy anything. So we just need to really pivot and shift our mindset. Sorry, I need to get a drink of water. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm like talking so fast, I'm like, okay. Obviously, I've put it in here a third time about not discounting anything, so I really found that point to be important. Small businesses, it's good to keep the economy going, for us to keep selling. I've kind of already covered all of this right here. Okay, so let's get into some mindset tweaks, because you don't want to hit the pause button on your business. So don't stop. Like, don't think, you know, this year's just, I'm just going to write off 2020. Like 2020 is, you know, it's just not going to be my year. I'll just come back strong in 2021. Or even if you're thinking, oh, you know, April's over. Guys, April's not over. There's still 2 days left in this month, first of all. So don't think, oh, I'll just start in May, or, oh, I'll just start next week, or, oh, I'll just wait until June 1st. Don't think that way, you guys. Never, ever, ever give up. I want to make that clear too. Right now it's way too early to make any kind of calls like that, you know, this whole year is going to be bad or anything. None of us know, again, like I said. So we want to show up in a really big way right now, not for our customers, but for ourselves too, because we need the confidence. You need to build your confidence. And what better time to build your confidence within this business than right now? There was a quote. Let's see if I can find it in my notes. Maybe I'm not there yet. Sorry. I was looking for a certain quote, but okay. So the strategies on selling right now. I got so distracted reading this. Okay, number 1. So starting with creating something of free value, and this, you guys, this is totally different than giving something away for free. I am not saying give stuff away for free. I am not saying do free shipping, nothing like that. I'm just saying you have to create value for free for your customers. If you think that you should discount things for your customers, then your customers simply don't know the value of the product or the value that you place on the product. That's what I always say about the free shipping and stuff too. You just have to kind of pivot your business in a different way. You guys, and a lot of people are getting those stimulus checks and they want to spend that money, and it is a giant cup, I know. I drink a lot of water, so. Okay, so, I'm not against like free stuff, but you guys, again, obviously I've pushed this point home till the cows come home. Like, it's not a good thing to give away anything in your business for free. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep saying that until you guys memorize it. But like different things, like, okay, so in this podcast, she was talking about how she has a course that usually she charges, or like I don't know, some sort of product that she charges $100 for, and she decided to give that away for free. Obviously, this is a little bit different because she does like online courses and online course creation and stuff like that. So that's not something that's within our reach, but giving away free value, you know, within our business, it just means that, you know, I don't know, maybe going live and showing people how to remove their wax or how to change their wax or something like that. That's valuable to customers. So just think about little things that you can do like that are going to provide value to your customers. Or, you know, maybe it doesn't even have to do a Scentsy. Maybe you just have a great recipe or a cleaning tip or something like that you can give your customers. Send out an email to all of your customers in Workstation and send them a great recipe, or send them, you know, just a motivational quote, something like that that's just going to provide value to them, and just kind of keep them in touch and keep them in the loop and let them know that you're thinking about them. And you guys, I even sent out the texts that I've been sending out these last couple of weeks to my customers have been a little bit different than I usually do. I'm still sending normal thank you texts and normal texts to check in on people's orders after they get them. But then when I'm checking in with someone who hasn't ordered for like 3 months, my texts to them are saying, hey, I just wanted to check in and I hope you're doing okay. I know things are crazy right now. Sending my love, you know, something like that. And I've actually gotten a lot of people texting back like, yes, I'm doing great, or no, like everything's crazy with my family. And then there's also the people who are like, thanks for checking in. Actually, that reminds me, I need to order more wax. I didn't even say anything about Scentsy. I did not even say anything about Scentsy. I was just simply checking in on my customer and providing value to them, that I care about them. And they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I need wax. Like, thank you for texting me. Or, oh yeah, I need to order a warmer. Or actually, I was going to ask you about cleaning supplies, or whatever the case might be. Me checking in, that's providing value. You guys, that is value to your customers. That's also value to you because you're building relationships. We are in the business to build relationships. Remember that. We are not in this business to just sell. You guys, if you build relationships, you're going to go a lot further in this business. Number 2 is to make sure that you're embracing this change and that you're not just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Like, things are going crazy, blah, 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 blah. So, you just have to, you know, kind of embrace what's happening. And hi, Mom. She talks about another episode that she released, and I felt like that was irrelevant, so we're not going to talk about that. Okay, so what she's saying when embracing the pivot, embracing the change, it's taking what you already have and just making little tweaks, not starting from scratch, not starting something totally new, anything like that, but just changing your messaging so that it meets people where they're at, exactly like I just said. So instead of sending a normal text like, hey, I wanted to check in on your Scentsy stash, I'm just truly checking in on that person to just see how they're doing and see if they're doing okay. So making sure it's something, you know, that, I don't know, if I don't think that they need it, maybe they just need a hey, or hey, hope you're doing okay. That, it can be as simple as that. It doesn't need to be anything crazy, but just embracing that things are different and not totally avoiding like, oh my gosh, we're, coronavirus, but I don't want to talk about it. Like, you don't need to avoid it with people. Like, it is happening, it is real, it's here. So just embrace it and just change the way that you talk to people and you talk to your customers and you talk to recruits and you talk to anybody, okay? I don't know why I typed that twice. Sorry. Okay, so there's another example that I wanted to talk about. So this lady that does the podcast, she said she has a friend that he, obviously this isn't something that we can do, but it's just an example of how to like kind of pivot things. He has a product that he charges $2,000 for. Crazy, right? And he is going to be doing a payment plan. So obviously, like I said, that's not something that we can do, but just an example of like, okay, yeah, like people are kind of changing how they usually do things. Or, if maybe you have a customer that has never done a party, ask if they want to host a party. Well, you guys should be doing that all the time anyways, but maybe ask if they want to host a party or something like that, and just kind of like throw it out there. Even if you think they might not be interested, you never know. You never know right now if someone wants to host a party or not. So just ask everyone. Get clear on your vision. Right now is a really good time to get clear on your vision. And think about like what you want to come out of this business. What kind of entrepreneur you want to be. What kind of small business owner you want to be. What do you want your team to look like? When this is all over, how do you want to come out of this? Do you want to come out of it on the downhill end of it and say, oh my gosh, now I didn't sell this whole time and now I'm so far behind in this business? Or do you want to come out on top and be like, oh my gosh, I was literally a rock star during COVID-19. Like, I freaking killed it. Look at me. You guys, obviously you're not going to maybe say that publicly and post on your Facebook like, hey, I was a freaking rock star. But, just think about it. Do you want to come out and be like, oh my gosh, yes, I absolutely learned how to work my business and how to overcome obstacles during this time? Or do you want to be like, oh crap, what do I do now? I didn't do anything. So just think about it. Maybe your team has rallied. Maybe people are promoting on your team. Maybe people are recruiting more. Whatever the case might be, just think about what you want to come out of this at the end of the situation. Questions to ask yourself, like, how did I show up? What happened when this was all over? Take 10 minutes. That's all it takes. And think about what you want your vision to be and what you want your business to look like when this is all over and how you come out of this. Also, be willing to make mistakes, you guys. This goes for all times, not just right now either, but when you put your stuff out there, you don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work. You don't know what type of posts are going to work or not going to work. And you don't know if your customer is going to answer you or not answer you. You don't know what's going to happen. So, but just saying there's a difference between not knowing how something is going to work and knowing if it's right or wrong. You notice that when I say that, I'm not saying that if it's right or wrong when you're putting it out there. You don't know. You don't know if things are right or wrong when you're putting it out there. You don't know until you put it out there and you try it. So put things out there. Try it. You never know where it's going to go. Okay. And that goes for all times, not just right now either. But, oh my gosh. Okay. So Tony Robbins, he said something. Where is this quote? Okay. Okay, never mind. I can't find the quote. I thought I had it written down, but maybe I didn't. I told you guys I literally took all this stuff from like 12 different podcasts and notes and calls and all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of like a hot mess of notes, but I'm trying to like just make sure I cover all of it and go through it. So there's no right or wrong decision. It's just a decision. Remember that again, when you're putting stuff out there, when you're asking people questions, anything like that. But you never want to look back and say, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have done this, I should have said that. You never want to look back and just question like, oh, I should have done this. Well, why don't you just try it? You never know unless you just try it, right? So you make a decision, something happens, and then you say, oh, okay, now that I have all the information, I should have done this, okay? Just do it. Just do it. Just get out there and do it, okay? We make decisions every single day. That's all it is. So just know that, okay? Be willing to make mistakes. I stated that again. She talks about a book called Vision Driven Leader, which I have not read, but it sounds like a good book. people want to talk about COVID. Just like I said, people want to talk about it and they don't want to avoid it. Like I said, just like, you know, you don't need to be like, oh my gosh, I know that things are crazy right now. And I know that, you know, people are losing money and this and that, but just be like, hey, how are you feeling? Like, just like I said, just check in and see how your customers are doing. Maybe just post something on your customer VIP page and just say, hey, how's everyone doing? Just wanted to check in. Or, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Or, hey, happy Wednesday. Like, how's your week been? What are you doing today? Or what are you warming today? You know, do a what are you warming Wednesday? Anything like that. Just check in on people and just see how they're doing, okay? Allow yourself to make mistakes. Already went over that. Okay. How are you guys doing, by the way? Well, I'm going through this just to make sure I've covered it all. For those of you who just joined, too, one of the main things that I wanted to say is that we're talking about not assuming that nobody wants to spend money and that nobody has money and that nobody wants to buy anything, because it's simply not true. So just remember that. If you stay really quiet, if you play it really safe, and if you don't take risks, you'll be left behind. No matter what time it is in this business, you have to be willing to get out there and put yourself out there and make those mistakes, because you guys, I will tell you what, I've made so many mistakes in this business the last 3.5 years, but if I didn't make those mistakes, I wouldn't have learned from those mistakes, I wouldn't have grown from those mistakes, and I wouldn't have known how to change it or to make it better. So make sure that, you know, we are in unprecedented times and we know that, and you need to show up right now. You need to try, you need to take risks, you need to experiment. But as long as you're coming from like a place of compassion and you lead with your heart right now, you need to do that in and out of your business, lead with your heart. But you guys, just get out there, make those mistakes. Even if you do, you just got to pick yourself back up. Just pick yourself back up. You apologize if you made a mistake to a customer or to a host. Just, you know, say you're sorry. Say you're sorry to yourself if you need to do that. But keep moving forward, because in your personal life and in your business, you know, like, things are going to happen. And like, nobody could predict this pandemic. So I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I feel like I know what I'm trying to say, but it's not making sense the way it's coming out. So you guys, just make the mistakes, learn from them, grow from them, keep on going, okay? And then I had one more point. Give yourself grace. Allow yourself to make mistakes. We're all going to drive each other crazy. Okay. Hold yourself to specific goals. This is important at any time during this business. So anytime in this business, you want to have a specific goal. I just had this analogy with someone the other day, or metaphor, whatever you want to call it. But if you have a destination in mind that you want to go, or a goal in mind, so let's say you get in your car, you put something into your maps, and let's say, okay, I'm driving from Denver to, I don't know, New York City, okay? So I'm going to drive from Denver to New York City. I put New York City in my map, but then I turn my phone off. Well, how am I going to know how to get there? I'm not going to know how to get there. Like, I have to know where my goal is, how I'm getting there, what steps I need to take, the direction I need to go, the path that it's gonna lead to. So goals are always really, really good to have, and you want to have specific goals. If you don't have specific goals, then you're not gonna know where you're going either, because that's like, okay, well, what if I just put in, the state of New York? Okay, well, now I get to the state of New York, but now what? Like, I don't have a specific location, a specific goal, right? So you always want to make sure that you have specific goals, whether that be for the month or the year or even the week. Like, you can set up weekly goals if you want. A thing that I used to do with Scentsy was I would have a PRV goal per day, or I would have a set goal that I wanted to reach every single day. And then okay, so let's say if I wanted to hit 2,000 PRV in a month, I would break that down. I'm looking over my calendar. I would break that down between the 30 days in the month. And then I would say, okay, I need this much PRV every single day. And then let's say this day I don't sell that much. Then the next day I need to sell this much. And it's just, I don't know if that helps people, but you know, I used to break it down like crazy little amounts like that where it was like a daily thing. So you can have whatever types of goals, but goals are just really, really, really important to make sure that you have and make sure that you're looking at and using and setting. You guys, if you don't write down that goal, you're not going to know how to get to that goal. And I know I feel like I've gone off on a complete and total tangent, but obviously like our goals are going to change and our thoughts are going to change during this whole pandemic and during this whole thing. We don't know what's going to happen. Again, none of us know what's going to happen. And so obviously we just have to kind of shift our goals a little bit and just change it. So, oh, sorry. It said poor wireless connection. I was like, ah. Okay. So, there was one other thing. Also, I don't know if you guys know, but there is a like small business stimulus package. I don't know how exactly it works, but I saw somewhere that network marketers are eligible for that too. I applied for it, but I never heard anything, so I don't know if like what happens if there's like a certain threshold or something of income that you have to make in order to get that. But just so you guys know, there is like a little small business stimulus thing that you can apply for too. There was like a grant and a loan. So look into that if you are interested, just so you know, that's out there. Again, I don't know anything about it, so don't ask me questions about it, but just go look it up and figure it out. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. So just remember that. Okay. Yeah, people are thinking it's easier to give it away for free. Sorry, I'm just reading comments too, making sure I covered everyone's questions. People are thinking, oh, I'm just going to put it off until after this is over. I'm just going to wait until this is done. I'm just going to, you know, see what happens. Don't just see what happens. I'm telling you, don't just wait. So we'll worry about making money for later. I'll give it away for free right now. Like people need it for free. No, people do not need it for free. Okay. Just remember that. Did I cover everything? I think I did. Do you guys have any questions while I'm making sure that I got all of this? I did. I went through all of my notes. I think I talked about all of that. I know it was kind of a mumble jumble of notes, but you guys, again, like I said, there's like, you absolutely should be shelling. You should be selling right now because the world needs us. People want normalcy in their lives. They want to continue to sell. And you guys, if people are really desperate that are like, well, I want product, but I can't afford it right now, ding, 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 host a party. Obviously, you guys, there's opportunities for people to get our products for free. Like, it's super easy right now. Just listen to those things. Listen to those cues that come along. Just pay attention to that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely, Brittany. Another thing too is that a lot of people are looking to join this opportunity right now because they do need something to do, either because they're bored or because they want money or, you know, whatever the case might be. Now is a good time to start that thing that they've always wanted to start. So you might want to reach out to people who have been thinking about joining Scentsy for a while and they never had the time, because now they might have the time. So just make sure that you're reaching out, you're talking to people. Like I said, you guys never know what someone could be thinking or what someone could want or what they might, you know, need, use, want, any of that kind of stuff. So people are staying home. They're using a lot more products. They're using the cleaning products. And another question to go along with our cleaning products is a lot of people ask about it being disinfectant and stuff like that. No, our like counter clean is not a disinfectant, but what I do personally is disinfect once a week. Normally once a week. I use disinfectant once a week because that's all you need. If you look at studies, that's really all you need is to do once a week. Right now I'm disinfecting every day, but then when I'm doing just like my quick wipe downs after lunch or after breakfast or after snack, I'm using counter clean and then doing the disinfectant at night. But also most disinfectants don't kill viruses. So the people who think that they are using their disinfectants to kill coronavirus, it will not do any better than our counter clean because it doesn't kill viruses. So keep that in mind. And also regular hand soap is just as effective. I'll have to see if I can find the article, but there was an article saying how regular hand soap is just as good as antibacterial hand soap because, again, it's an antibacterial, not an antivirusal. So just keep that in mind too if your customers are asking about our hand soap and stuff, that it's just washing your hands in general is what you need to be doing right now. So they don't need specifically an antibacterial. And also there was something too that I've seen, I don't know if this is true, so don't quote me on this, but I saw something that was saying that actually regular hand soap is better than antibacterials. And I don't remember the reason, so I'll have to find that article if I can. But that's all. Those are my little tidbits and my little advice. So do you guys have any other questions? Let me see if there was any other questions that you guys had that I missed. Sorry, I'm going back up through your comments. Yep, laundry soap. Yeah, true. People are wanting stuff shipped right to their house instead of having to go to the store. So it's nice that people can just go to our websites and order laundry products, soap, cleaning stuff. And you guys, for those of you who don't know, we do have everything. We have bathroom cleaner, we have counter clean, we have all-purpose cleaner, we have laundry, we have soap, we have dish soap, all that kind of stuff. So I know we have a lot of new people. So also we have stuff for your dogs. I'm going to give my dogs a bath here pretty soon because they need one. Your biggest party ever. Nice. Awesome, 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 and happy Scentiversary, 1 year Scentiversary. Okay, so I think that is all of the comments you guys had. So if you have any other comments or questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. I will upload this to YouTube tonight, so it will be on my YouTube channel if you want to go back and rewatch it. But again, it's always on here too on the team page for you guys to watch as well. I think that's all I have. The next few days, you guys, if I'm not as available as normal, it's because my brother is coming to visit. So, I will be spending some time with him and I might not be quite as available as normal, but I should still be available pretty regularly. But that is all I have. I hope that you guys all have a good night. Let me know if you need anything. Okay, bye.